angles to make sure.
I can kick you in the Okoli.
Yes. Okay. So today we're going to go over hip angles and what happens to hip angles as we age and decondition. Typically what we should be able to do is lift into something and do a separate function like extend our leg, bring our hip forward, bring our hip forward, and then extend it, bring our hip back, and then flex it. We have all the things that we should be able to do with our hips, but we start as we age and decondition combining them, but we combine them into what's called long angles. So instead of trying to, and this is why one of the hardest things to watch is the older men's martial arts. When what happens in martial arts is someone hits the age of 40 to 50 and they finally have time to do martial arts, and then they go to do a side kick and it looks like this. It doesn't look like that. So what happens is they try to maintain long angles and generate force from the hip, and it looks odd instead of bringing it up and then taking the leg out and then bringing it back down. So we're going to work on that and separating out the different components of hip motion versus leg motion and putting them together with time under tension because we have to keep the core on.
Why do you keep stepping away?
Because I got to be the same height as you. Otherwise, I look like 100 feet taller than you. And then the other thing that we're going to go over is we're going to go over some shoulder mechanics to understand what it feels like to keep the shoulders time under tension. So we shall begin. And we will begin with the simple process of putting a block underneath our foot, dropping our heel down. We're going to stretch. Feet go parallel, abs are nice and tight. Make sure those knees are over the tops of your feet. Suck in that tummy, shoulder blades are down and back, chest is up as you do your hip circles. So we're opening up all the different angles of the gastrocnemius, a wonderful calf muscle that crosses both your knee and your ankle, and that's why we have to open it up. But it's also important, is that 10?
8. 10.
Go in the opposite direction. It's also important because it affects upright posture and then the shoulder mechanics. Because what happens is when it tightens, your head goes forward, your shoulders round, and your belly hangs out. So that's why we're working on this. Is that 10?
9. 10.
Okay, switch sides. Oh, drop the heel down, turn those knees out, abs are nice and tight. First, second, third chakras are on, hip circles. This is just warming everything up. We're lengthening. This will get the most proximal portion closest to your knee of your gastroc. That's what's nice about this. Suck in that tummy, shoulder blades down, back, head over top of the ball. Opposite direction, block, I mean. Opposite direction. Suck in that tummy. Keep breathing.
9. 10.
Okay, switch sides. On this one, you can have your roller. It creates stability. You don't need to have it, but you can have it. Your heels is down, your abs are nice and tight, you're sucking your tummy. We're going to start some of that hip flexion that we talked about. You're going to bring your knee up. So you're going to flex your hip, flex your knee. Suck in your tummy. Try to hold your balance. Keep your head over the top of the block. That means you have to use your core instead of using your head as a counterbalance. Make sure your toe points down. Ooh.
10.
Good. Let's switch sides. Oh, feel that stretch. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. You can use your roller if you want to keep your hand on it. Don't have to. Suck in your tummy, and then once again, try to keep your head over the top of the block. Don't have your head going side to side like that. Make sure those toes point down. You're landing your foot properly as well. Softly, that is. And on the whole of your foot. Is that 10? Okay, good. We're going to turn back to this side. Just warming things up. We're going to step forward, step back, hips back. But what we're going to do different is you're going to lift your legs, step forward, lift your legs, step back. This is the perfect nightmare on trail. Your heel drops down and you have to step over something. So that's why we're going to practice that. Keep your feet parallel.
10.
10 it is. We'll switch sides. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in that tummy.
That one.
Hey, hey. She's talking to you? Or that guy down there? That's who she was talking to. Sucking your tummy. Here we go. Whoa! Time under tension so you don't fall off balance like I did. That was a demonstration. That wasn't reality. Lift up, forward, lift up, back. Lift up, forward, lift up, back. Keep that foot parallel, even in the rear.
10.
Wait, I gotta do one more. Oh. Okay, so obviously I have a harder time on this side. Switch back to this side. We're gonna do a forward fold. Abs are nice and tight, spine is straight. Time under tension, that means you're stretching muscles, not joints. You shouldn't feel a single joint. That includes your low back. If you do, it means you need to tighten something like your calves, quads, butt, abs, lats. Just hang out here. Keep breathing. So we've been having a lot of rain recently, and the problem with that is the mosquitoes. So we have a lot of mosquitoes. Suck in your tummy, shoulder blades are down and back. Move your hips side to side. Keep breathing, just lengthening. Okay, we're going to stay down here. We're going to do time under tension. You're going to interlock your fingers. Time under tension of the upper body. Abs are nice and tight. You're trying to rip apart your arms as your hands are keeping them together as you just straighten your arms over top of your head and then back down. Keep both arms straight. It doesn't have to go high, but your arms do have to stay straight. Keep your abs engaged. It's going to be the hardest part is to keep your abs engaged. What number is that?
8. 9. 10.
Okay, we're coming up. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to push your hips forward. Shoulder blades are down and back. Same thing. You're going to interlock your fingers. You're going to try to rip your arms apart, but you're not going to do that because your hands. And we're going to go side to side. Push your hips forward. Lean back slightly. This will prevent you from moving from your shoulders and instead move through your torso. And good. Okay, 10. Switch sides. We're going to do a forward fold on this side. Same thing. Abs are nice and tight. Knees are turned out. Quads are on. Time under tension, so you're using muscles, not joints. Don't feel it in your joints. You feel it in your low back. Tighten something up. Your calves, your quads, your butt, your pelvic floor. Lat something. Keep breathing. Just feel the stretch. And then wiggle your butt side to side. Notice if one side is definitely tighter. Could it have counted for your balance issue that you had a second ago that you demonstrated on video? Okay, now interlock your fingers, other thumb on top. We're going to try to rip our arms apart, but keep them together with your hands. As you take those hands up over the top of your head and then back down. It doesn't have to go high, but keep your arms straight. Keep your abs engaged. And in fact, when you hit your maximum, your abs should be contracting their hardest. What number are we on?
9. 10.
Okay, we're going to come back up again, up. We're going to take our hands over the top of our head, interlock your fingers, smiles are up, lengthen your arms, and you're going to go side to side as you lean back. Keep breathing, and good. Our arms come down. Whew, okay. We're going to make sure you can bend your knees now. So you're going to come down onto your knee. Oh. You're going to plant yourself on your knee. Your head is going to be over the top of your foot. Abs are engaged. Shoulder blades are down and back. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to go side to side. Do not move your head. Your head stays over the top of the block. It's your hips that are in motion. Suck in that tummy. Smiles are up. Because you can have everything.
10.
Okay, push forward, same thing, just go side to side. We're starting to open up that rectus femoris. And the surrounding muscles, tensor fasciolata and adductors. Okay, you're going to take your right hand, grab a hold of that left foot. Ooh, you're going to yank and pull that heel into your butt. Chest goes up. You're going to rotate to the right, and you're going to push your hips forward super, super far.
These colors kind of blend me into the background, don't they?
Yep. Suck at that tummy. At least you're not wearing green. It's funny what happens on video with green. Suck in your tummy.
9, 10.
Okay. Oh, yeah. We're going to take this leg across midline. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to reach forward with your left hand first. Reach as far as you can. Then you can reach for your right foot with your right hand. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in that tummy. No pain in a joint. Time under tension. We are working those muscles. Keep breathing. Okily dokily. Come back up again. We're going to switch sides. So once again, head over top the block. Keep your abs engaged. Hips go side to side. Keep breathing. Smiles are up.
9, 10.
Okay, let's push forward. Same side to side motion, opening up the rectus femoris. And surrounding muscles, the tensor fasciolata and adductors. Suck in that tummy. You can look to prior videos to see what those muscles are. Keep them. Okay, now you're going to take your left hand, reach back behind you, grab a hold of that right foot, pull it as far as you can into your butt. Rotate to the left, push your hips forward, suck in that tummy, keep your head over top of your body, abs engaged, lats on. See how Maria's back's carving out? You can see the lats firing up, her back muscles. See how your shoulders are drawing down and back? I want you guys to do that. And that is what I am doing. You don't have to see my backside to know that I'm doing it perfectly. Suck in your tummies, just a little longer. And good. Go ahead, release. You're going to take your left leg across midline, and with your right arm, you're going to reach forward first. Reach. And then you're going to reach down to the ground with your left hand to left foot. Keep breathing, keep sucking in your tummy. Just a little bit longer. No pain in any joints. We're going after muscles. So if you feel it in your back or your knee or your ankle or your shoulder, tighten something up so it stabilizes.
10.
Okay, come back up. We come to our feet. So now we know we can bend things. This is a good thing. This is what we've been working towards. So we're going to work on it further. Suck your tummies. Feet are parallel. Let's just start out there. Feet parallel, hips width apart. Here's your ASIS. Here's your pubic symphysis. Midway in between is hips width apart. So this is what hips width looks like. It's pushing down big toe and the corresponding metatarsal heads, outer four toes and the corresponding metatarsal heads, but get that pinky toe down. And then finally your heel. Turn your knees out, calves go on, quads go on, lats go on, abs go on, most importantly. 1/3 the weight through your toes, 1/3 the weight through the balls of your feet, 1/3 the weight through your heels. Now, this is where you might need your roller. You don't have to use it, but you can have it. And it's going to be off to your left side. Mario might want to scoot closer to me. You'll see. We're going to extend the legs. Or you can turn sideways. Turn sideways, yeah. That way you don't kick me. Abs are nice and tight. We're first going to just bring the hip up. So see what it feels like to bring your knee higher than your hip. That's so very important. This is in case you're walking upstairs and you miss a step. you can catch a next step higher and not have to knock your teeth out. What we want you to do is point those toes down as you're doing this. We also want you to lift it up using your abs and your hip flexors and not your left butt cheek. So if you feel your left butt cheeks working, that's the wrong muscle group. What number is that? Abs engaged.
9.
Knee higher than your hip. Really
10.
try to get it above the level of your hip. That's a lazy, bad behavior we get into. And like I said, that's why in men's martial arts, over the age of 40, 50, they can't do it because they haven't practiced it, not that they can't physically do it. There was a guy in my martial arts school, and I was in my 20s, and this guy came into this class on his 49th birthday, and he says, by the time I turn 52, I will be able to do the splits and I will have my black belt.
10.
There were a lot of raised brows that day, but on that guy's 52nd birthday, he was down in the splits and he got his black belt, and he was awesome. So it goes to show you, if you work at it, you can get it. But if you don't, you're going to get the long, awkward angles. So we're going to break it apart now. This leg's going to come up, and then you're going to take your leg out to the side. I try not to run into Maria. And then we're going to bring it back to midline. Then we're going to put it down. That's it. Up, out to side, back down. You're going to notice both hips have to work on this. Up, out to the side, back down. What number is that?
4.
Keep your abs engaged. This is what we don't practice, and then when we need it, we don't have it.
6.
Is this 10?
9.
Keep breathing.
10.
Good. Let's switch sides. I want to kick the wall. Okay, same thing. Hip up, hip out to the side, extend, bring it back in, back down. 2 separate motions. We have a leg motion and we have a hip motion. Abs, bring it back in and then down. Abs are engaged. Suck that tummy in. What number is that?
7.
I thought it was 9.
9. And 10.
Okay, awesome. Now, we're going to do it going forward. So the knee's going to go up, and then you're going to extend, and then back down. The temptation, once again, is to use your left butt cheek. You will use it a little bit, but you're going to mainly use your hip flexors and your abs. Okay, here we go. Knee up, knee extended, back down, touch the ground. Abs are engaged. What number is that?
6.
These are a lot harder than I thought. This is what we have to work on for proper hiking mechanics.
Nine.
Wow, those were harder than I thought. Okay, other side. Here we go. Leg goes up, leg extends, leg goes back down. Ready? Okay, here we go. And back down. Abs are nice and tight. 2 movements. Hip flexion first, knee extension, knee flexion, hip extension. Abs are nice and tight. Break it apart. Make sure you have each component. You can see how this works your hips and why you might not want to do this over time, but why it becomes important to do. What number?
9 and 10.
Good job, everyone. That's really good job. Okay? I'm saying it for me too. Okay, so on this next one, we're going to take our leg back, and you're going to use your right butt cheek, not your left hip flexor. Right butt cheek, and then you're going to flex it. And this is what we lose over time with running. So back, flex, extend, back down. Abs are nice and tight.
Went too fast.
Okay, do it at Mario's pace. Abs are nice and tight. This is why we lose running over time, because we want to make this into one motion, and it's really awkward.
Last one.
Okay.
10.
Okay, switch sides. Leg goes back, leg flexes, leg extends, leg comes back to neutral. Abs are nice and tight. Try to keep your legs midline. Don't let them go out to the side, but keep it neutral. Let me catch up. This is why people don't enjoy running over time too, is their legs start going out. And it becomes a very interesting mechanics. Abs, smiles.
10.
Okay, awesome. So we did all of those.
Yes, you did.
Okay, we're going to take our left leg back behind you, your right leg is forward, your right knee is bent. So now you know you can bend your knees and you can flex your hip. So I want you to push your hip back. We want you to extend your left leg. Your right hand goes on your knee is over top of your foot. Shoulder blades are down and back. Your abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. And here we go. Suck that tummy in and release. Suck it in, release. Keep breathing. Just see what it feels like to turn on your abs in this position. And how we don't want to do it over time because it costs too much energy and it's easier to shut everything off.
12.
Okay, you're going to hang on to your roller for this because it is kind of hard. We're going to go for good form. So right now my hips are level. So you're going to drop your hips low, but you're going to watch the alignment of the knee. Knee stays over top of your foot. But here's where it's really important. We're going to open up. Keep that knee over top of your foot. Don't let it come medial. It'll want to follow your hips. Don't let it follow your hips. You're going to open up. You're contracting your glute max really tautly right now. Lower it down. Keep your abs engaged. Suck in that tummy and then lift it up. Suck in that tummy. Keep that knee turned out. We're just going to go back and forth like that. Stay leaning forward. See the angle that Maria has? Don't lose that angle. Don't get too upright. This is working your gluteus maximus in a glorious way to give you a nice shape. Suck in that tummy. And at the bottom, suck in your tummy.
Last one.
All right.
10.
Good job, everyone. Switch sides. So these last couple of days, I gave myself a glorious case of what's called nut gut. It's when you eat too much nuts and your gut responds to the phytates. My stomach has been upset, so my mamona is smaller. This is not the way you're to get rid of your mamona. That's called getting sick. We don't want you to get sick to lose your mamona. We're exercising to lose it. So knees over top of your foot. We've got good alignment. We're going to push our hip back. Abs are engaged. We're going to do our sit-ups. Suck in your tummy and then release. Suck in your tummy, release. How much nuts did I have? I had an embarrassingly obscene amount of nuts that nobody should have. Suck in that tummy and release. Ah, mosquito.
No.
Okay, good. Same thing. We're going to lower this hip down. Keep your abs engaged. So lower it down. Watch the alignment, knee over top of foot. And then you're going to open up. Keep that knee over top of your foot. Make sure you're opening from your hip and not from your knee. Lower down. Suck that tummy in. Watch that alignment of the knee. Don't let this knee straighten. It stays bent. You're using this glute max and not your shoulder. Suck in your tummy. Abs in. Abs in. Smiles are up. Keep breathing. Suck in that tummy. Feel the contraction of your butte. Smiles are up. What number are we on?
Last one. 10.
All right. So now we have created a lot of shape with your booty. We're going to continue. Take your left foot back behind you. Bend your front knee. Stick out your booty. We're going to go into sit-ups from here. Abs are engaged. Shoulder blades are down and back. Okay, we're going to get that upper ring going on. So pretend you're holding a globe or your big swollen head, one of the two. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to bring your elbow to your knee. Suck in that tummy. Watch the alignment. Knee over top of your foot. Abs are engaged. You should not feel this in any joint, especially your back, especially since we're using our abs. What number is that?
9.
Just almost one more than I could think it is.
10.
Okay, switch sides. You should feel your booty working. That should be an awesome feeling. We should call these bootylicious exercises. Abs are nice and tight. Hold your big swollen head. Smiles are up. And then knee to your elbow, or elbow to your knee. You knew what I meant. Notice if one side's easier. Notice if you put one side into your back and get it out of your back or your knee. Watch the alignment. What number is that?
8.
Ah, I fell off balance. Don't do that. Time under tension. Remember that.
9. 10.
Good job, everyone. Come together. Whoo! Fire. Hip circles. Oh, this would have been such a fun video to edit. Opposite direction. Suck in that tummy.
You can edit it.
Hmm?
You can edit it.
I know, but I said only once a week now. Okay, here we are. We're heading to the ground. Get one of your blocks handy and nearby. Oh, we're going to go onto our knees first. Just get into kneeling position.
You have to edit this one.
Is this a good one?
Well, otherwise what's...
Oh, that's true. I'll think about it. Okay, we're going to put the block underneath your, what is this? Left knee. Just like that. We're going to be on all fours.
No, I'm just thinking space-wise.
Yeah, just 45 degrees. You'll be fine. We're going to come out to the side. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to stick your butt out. So stick your butt out, then tighten your abs. That'll level out your tummy. Stick it out some more, tighten your abs some more. You're going to take your leg out to the side. Keep both elbows straight. And then you're just going to lift that leg into the air. Suck in that tummy. This is an ab workout as much as it is a butt workout.
Okay.
Smiles are up. And we're apparently switching sides. I'm just getting into it. Stick your butt out first. tighten your abs. Stick your butt out a little bit more, tighten your abs a lot more. Take your leg out to the side as you lift up. Keep both arms straight. Keep your abs engaged.
10.
Good. We're going to switch sides again. So we're going to lift your leg out to the side, and then we're going to kick, and then back down. Out to the side, kick, and back down. Out to the side, kick, and back down. What number is that?
3.
We're going to only do 6.
5. 6.
Good job. Let's switch sides. Push those hips back, tighten up your abs, take your leg out to the side, and then kick, and then back down. Up, out to the side, kick, and back down. Up, out to the side, kick, and back down. That's the ball. Kick, and back down. Up, out to the side, kick. What number are we on?
5.
One more. What?
6.
Oh, 6. I thought you said 9. Lucky she counts, isn't it? Good. You should feel your butt now. And you should feel what we call the hot pocket. It's where your blue jean pocket would go. We want you to activate that as we now come into our 2 block sit-ups. Okay, you're going to point your toes, you're going to lift up onto your toes, and we're going to do our sit-ups. Suck in your tummy, then release. Suck in your tummy and release. Isn't my Momona less Momona-ish? No nut gut weight loss. That doesn't work. Makes you feel rotten for 3 days. What number?
9 and 10.
Okay, we're going to curl those toes under, remembering the rule of thumb. If you feel it in the metatarsal head, you need to push your heels back. Go ahead and lean back. Suck in your tummy and release. Suck it in and release. The metatarsal head are the knuckles of your toes. So if you feel it there, really push your heels back even further. You're almost feeling like you're trying to put your feet flat on the ground again, but keeping your knees bent. Okay, point your toes again. Pop a wheelie again. Suck in your tummy again. Keep breathing. Oakley dokley. Tuck those toes under. Make sure you're evenly across all toes with the majority weight on over the big first metatarsal head toe, big toe knuckle. Suck in your tummy, release. Suck it in, release. Push your hips forward a little bit. Suck in that tummy. Suck it in. What number are we on?
6.
Suck it in.
10.
All right. All right. Now we're going to have a seat on top of the block. On top of a ball. We're going to work pelvic floor. Going to be on top of the block, on top of the ball. Okay, I'll edit this video. It'll be a good video. Knees are together, shoulder blades are down and back. I'm going to put this down just for good measure. Shoulder blades are down and back. Head is over top the ball. The ball is midway between your pubic bone and tailbone. Make sure it's there and nowhere else. Don't put it under your tailbone. Don't put it under your pubic bone. Midway in between. Make sure your hips are in neutral. We tend to tuck, so we want you more in neutral. Now tighten your abs. First, second, third chakras are fired up. So we're going to do some of the shoulder motions. So we're going to start with our right shoulder. You're going to interlock your fingers. Your job is to pull apart your hands, but your fingers aren't going to let you. So that's going to put a lot of tension into your left shoulder. And what we're going to do is an arcing motion this way. Arc in, arc out.
Oh, we're not doing the full.
Abs are nice and tight. Keep pulling apart. That's what makes it work. These are working your rotator cuff muscles, especially the posterior ones. Keep your abs engaged. Don't lose your abs just because you feel tension in your shoulders. 2. How many is that?
9.
That's right. 1.
10.
Okay. We're going to do the other side. Your arm comes across midline. You're going to interlock your fingers. You're trying to pull apart, but you're not letting yourself. You're going to arc it in, arc it out. Abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing. Suck in that tummy. Abs are engaged. Oh. Keep breathing. What number is that?
8.
Keep pulling apart. Your arms should be dying.
9. 10.
Okay, good. Rest. Shake out those arms. You should feel the posterior aspect of your shoulders. Now, this hand's going to go across midline. You're pushing this way like you're smacking somebody really good. Only you're going to stop your smack. It's not centered. See how my hands are not in front of my face. They're off-centered.
My position makes it weird.
And we're going to do that same thing. Try to keep this arm level with the ground as you do that arcing motion. Push together. These will work the anterior muscles of your shoulder, while the posterior muscles are stabilizing. Keep your abs engaged. Yay for weed whackers. Abs are engaged. Keep pushing your hands together. You're holding a credit card you don't want to lose. It's one without a credit limit. And no signatures required. Other side, same thing. Cross midline. Going to try to keep this arm level as you push your 2 hands together. And it's up and over. Yep. Keep squeezing that credit card. Remember, no signatures required on this credit card. So watching on Instagram as this little boy bought a $900 scooter on his dad's credit card, and his dad got the credit card. Abs are nice and tight. You should feel the anterior muscles now. That'd be your pectoralis major, your deltoids, and some of your sits muscles. Keep sucking in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to work the pelvic floor as you go into a simple bounce. You're activating this from your quads. Your pelvic floor is stabilizing it. Your abs are on. Shoulder blades are down and back. And you can add your side-to-side dancing like Mario is doing. If you ever get depressed, come to this part of the video and speed it up because it looks so cool. It looks like Mario is super happy. I know because I've sped up the video so much editing. Okay, arms come to your sides now. We've done a butt clap run standing. We're going to now do it sitting. The goal is to not move your head. So it's twist, 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 twist. Just move those arms. Abs are nice and tight. This will cause a bounce up and down. And then now you're going to speed it up. Keep breathing. Tighten your abs, tighten your pelvic floor. Keep breathing. Give us a count. Down.
9. 10.
Okay, good. Abs are nice and tight. Arms are going to come out the side. Same thing, small jiggles. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. It's going to be more across your core. It's like the shake weight.
9. 8. 7.
That's not what
6,
I meant.
5. 4. 3. 2. And 1.
Okay, good. Right leg goes forward. Chest is up nice and tall. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to do a bicep curl on this side. You're going to push down with the opposite hand. Then you're going to level out your shoulders. So you're going to create that dynamic tension. So if your hands weren't there, you'd smack yourself in the face and you'd hit yourself in the knee. And you're going to rotate to the right. Keep your head straight though. Suck in your tummy. Keep breathing. So the in vogue thing right now is getting Omicron. Everyone's getting it.
10.
Never thought that would be a cool thing. Okay, We're going to do now the opposite. You're going to throw an axe. But you're going to prevent yourself from doing it because you have a good conscience. So you're going to push away with this hand, and this one's going to resist it as you do the same thing to the right. Keep your head going forward. This will really make you feel your oblique and your lat. This is a great thing. Suck that tummy in.
10.
Okay, we're gonna switch the sides as this leg goes forward. We're gonna start out with that bicep curl. We're gonna do the resistive force, push down. We're gonna level out our shoulders, keep our head still as we rotate to the left. It's disheartening that Mario's arms are so much more muscular than mine. Abs are nice and tight.
9, 10.
Rest for a second. We're going to throw our axe now. Try to keep your elbow in as you're throwing your axe, and then you're going to resist it with your opposite hand. Lock it in, suck in your tummies, and then rotate to your left. Abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing. Keep that resistance going on. What number are we on?
10.
Okay, shake out those arms. Switch sides. So, you may need to use your roller a little bit on this side. So it'll be off to your left. Know what? I changed my mind. You don't get your roller. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy, lift up nice and tall. You're going to take your left hand forward, right hand back, so you're running basically. And now what you're going to do is lift your foot up off the ground and put it back down. Lift, hold, gently lower. Lift, hold, gently lower. Abs are engaged. What number is that? Okay, switch sides. So we've been watching this TV show called The Wheel of Time. Abs are nice and tight. It's about a female-dominated society that was corrupted by male influences on the leadership.
No. It was women protecting the power from men turning power dirty and filthy.
Yeah, and turning it corrupt. You get the idea. But anyway, it's really interesting to see how the writers still struggle who to make the lead actor or actress.
10.
Oh, because they don't really dare to make the females the lead actress. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Oh, we love it when that happens. Back of the knee sweat. Okay, shoot your arms over the top of your head. You're going to pretend you're holding a beach ball. Squeeze it. But then you realize it's sticky and you're pulling your hands away from it. So it's an oppositional force. So you're going to go side to side here. We are the world. We are the children. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy. What number is that?
14.
You should feel your lats
15,
working and your abs if you're doing everything
16,
correctly.
17.
Suck in
18,
that tummy.
19. And 20.
Good job. Let us take the ball out from behind us. Let us take the block as well as we set up for our sit-ups. I'm going to move my microphone.
I know, too bad everybody can't see.
Yeah.
Wolfie's passed out in her little hive.
Sort of. Her eyes are slightly open. Psycho dog. Hands are back behind you. We're doing sit-ups now. Feet are flat on the ground. You're sucking your tummy in and releasing. Sucking in your tummy and releasing. Abs are nice and tight. So we're finding out the certain behavior, and that behavior is that we try to move the leg as a singular unit instead of breaking it apart into its components. When we do things athletic, when things are unpredictable, we want to be able to break it apart into pieces so we don't get injured. The advantage of perfectly level ground is we can make life perfectly predictable. And that's a problem because then we start falling because we can't use the extremities correctly. So we're going to work on that. Stop staring at my tummy like that. It's going in and out like it's supposed to. Sucking that tummy. And if it's not, it's because I got the nut cut. Have no idea. Sounds like a truck stopping really hard. Okay, abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummies. We're going to do basic sit-ups. Your hands are out in front of you. You're holding a beach ball. Suck it in. We're going to twist side to side. The shape of the ball does not change in between your hands. Both arms are dynamic, so tense your arms up. Suck in your tummy. Keep breathing. Your ball's not shrinking. Don't let it shrink.
20.
And rest.
Is there a feedback on your?
There may be a little bit. I'll fix that later. But it sounds like a garbage truck is losing it outside. The abs are nice and tight. We're going to try it with our hands back behind us first. We're going to break it into parts. Flex your hip, extend your leg. Flex your knee, foot back down. Flex your hip, extend your knee, flex the knee, foot back down. Just go back and forth on this. Flex the hip, extend the knee, flex the hip, foot back down.
More alternating?
Alternating sides versus what Mario's doing.
Unclear instructions.
Suck in that tummy. You've never been in a car with Maria giving directions. She's all, do you see that right turn we just passed? You're supposed to turn on that.
It's called allowing you to make your own mistakes. How many are we doing?
I don't know. How many was that?
That was 10.
That's 10. Good job, everyone. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy. Grab your knees. Suck in your tummy. Make sure you can hold this position. So take your hands off. You're holding that globe again, but it's above you. It's a little bigger globe. Same thing. Flex the knee, extend the hip, or extend the knee, foot back down. Flex the hip, extend the knee, flex the knee, hip back down. Alternating sides. Again, this is what we don't want to do. Notice if it wants to go into your psoas muscle, which is a back muscle, and a hip flexor, we want it to stay in the abs. Two different motions, hip flexion, leg extension, leg flexion, hip down. Flexion, extension, flexion, back down.
10.
Okay, rest for a quick second. Keep breathing. We're going to go in the position that Maria's in right now. As soon as I pull this wedgie out, okay.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yes. Okay, we are in sort of a Baddha Konasana position. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Interlock those fingers. Rip apart your arms. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to rotate side to side. Your arms are very much alive. Your abs are doing all the work. You're sucking in your tummy. Smiles are up. Okay, rest. Arms go back behind you. Okay, back into your Baddha Konasana position. Arms are squeezing the credit card side to side. Keep breathing. Keep squeezing. Suck in that tummy. What number are we on?
10.
And good. Go over the top of the ball, straight spine. You're going to rock from side to side. You're going to open up the psoas if you accidentally used it. We're going to open up the abs, especially since you were supposed to use it. And we're going to open up the hip flexors in case you accidentally use those too. Suck in your tummy. Bend your knees, lift your booty up. Ball goes underneath your sacrum, knees bend. Okay, so here we go. One leg goes down. This is extension of the hip, extension leg. We're going to flex the hip and then extend it into the air, flex it. Then do the other side, flex down. Keep your abs engaged. There's a champagne glass on your belly. I know this is a pretty rudimentary movement, so it means it's easy. So I want you to do it super, super detailed. Keep breathing. Abs, don't lose abs. At no point does your back arch in either direction. It stays nice and level because your abs are staying nice and on. Keep breathing. What number are we on?
8.
Is this 9?
Mm-hmm.
Whew, that seems more than I think. Keep your abs engaged. And good. Rest. Whew. So now you're going to push your hips up off the ball. So you don't even need the ball if you don't want it. You could leave it there just because it's there. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. You're going to straighten your right leg and then back down. Straighten your left leg and then back down. You are not putting any weight on the ball if you're leaving it there. You're going to have a champagne glass on your belly that you don't want to spill. What number are we on?
7.
Ah, abs.
8.
Champagne.
9. 10.
Okay, you can put your butt down on that ball. Shoulder blades are down back. Abs are nice and tight. Straighten out those legs. Rock from side to side. If you felt this in your low back, it's because your abs shut off. So this is your opportunity to turn them back on again. Okay. We're going to sit up for a second. We're going to do one more abdominal exercise. Oh, we need the ball. It's going to go underneath your butte. Your feet come off the ground. We're going to go skiing. We're going to go left and right, or right and left. Use your obliques to turn you. Smiles are up.
10.
Okay, fine. I was just having fun.
I know you were.
Okay, we're done with that. Go ahead and go on your rollers. We're going to go lengthwise, butt at one end, head at the other end. Oh. Smiles are up, shoulder blades are down and back, feet are parallel, knees are over the tops of your feet. Come into breathing. See what it feels like to breathe after everything we did. Feel what it feels like neurologically. This is probably the biggest stressor in this sequence of exercise we did, of having to break apart your habit of moving the lower extremity into doing compartmental work of hip and knee separately. It's interesting, within our practice, concussion work is coming back in. A lot of people are showing up with concussions or concussions from early on in their lives, and in doing so, we have to re-educate, reprocess every joint of the body for them to process a singular concussion. So in a way, this is neurological work that we would have someone with a concussion do as well. And always what's missing in someone who has a concussion is breath work. It seems autonomic or automatic that we breathe in and out, but the reality is, whoops, I gotta change music. The reality is we have to practice breathing. Let me get to the music. And after we get a brain injury, we decrease the amount of oxygen that we take in. And it's surprising how little it takes to get a concussion. Because our brain is a bag of jelly inside a vault. Shake the vault hard enough, you upset the jelly. You guys continue to breathe. I'm going to roll off the roller, bring you on home. So basically what we did today was neurological rewiring. We got us out of the habit of movement and habituation into proper motion of the body. So see what it feels like to connect to your body now. See what it feels like to connect to your breath now. You guys are doing awesome. Despite what's going on in the world around us, this is a time of great abundance. The only reason you're not experiencing the abundance is you're being distracted by what's going on in the world around us. So if you can remove yourself from the noise of what's going on in the world, you can come back into the place of abundance. And then once you're there, all you have to do is receive. Because often is the case that we react out of scarcity. And that scarcity decision starts cascading into other scarcity decisions and choices, and then soon we have a life of scarcity, a life that we aren't meant to have. Feel what it feels like to come back into abundance. Feel what it feels like to come back into allowing. And just like the inhale and exhale, there are times where we have a lot at our access, and there are times that we're clearing things out. But what we have to remember is not to get involved with what's going on in the world around us. Rather, stay centered in the process of receiving the abundance that's being poured down on us. On behalf of Maria and me, thank you so much for being here, bringing your energies, supporting us, being willing. We appreciate it, and namaste.
Namaste.